Hello, I hope you guys are all doing well. It's PJD here. Whenever I come to you lipless, you know that it's going to be another matte video. So I have all the colors that I was interested in from Milani. I have the Amore Matte lippies. So I am going to do that swatch for you right now. I'm not going to do them all on camera, just one. The one that I feel is problematic. I don't even want to use that word because I don't want you to feel as if, oh, I shouldn't purchase that one because it's going to be a problem applying it. Actually, you can apply it quite well. It just takes like a minor adjustment because it's not as opaque as some of the others. So the others are completely opaque. One swipe, you put those on, boom, the color is there. No transparency through anything for the shades that I purchased. This is the only one that comes on a little bit sheer, and this one is called, my label came off on the bottom, but it's called Raving Matte. Let me just zoom in a little so you can see it. I will list drying time and all that jazz for it, but I just want you to see. And of course, I'll come back after it's dried so you can see what it looks like. Okay, as you can see, I didn't go back in the tube. And clearly I don't have a mirror with me, so sloppy swatches will ensue. Okay, wait. Okay, so see, like here, it looks a little like I see a little pink of my lip. So this is what I'm saying. This is the only one that requires a little extra work. But this is it wet. Oops, sorry. Don't have to be in my pores. And I'm going to come back on camera after it has dried. Let me just swatch it here. Okay, so you can see it on my hand. I'll give you the drying time when I return. Okay, I'm back. It's completely drying out, and as you saw, Raving Matte did not take much to make the correct adjustment so that it would look completely opaque on my lip. I just did one other little swipe on the bottom, and this is it. I'll zoom in so you can see. So I really like how they appear on lips. When I compare it to the ColourPop Metallics, this is why when I received these, when I purchased these and they arrived, I did not feel inclined to purchase the ColourPop, the second edition of their metallics, because have you ever seen one of those shows on television where they say you can do something for less money, and they say, you know, between this one and this one, which one is the cheap one, or which one is the most expensive one, and people tend to pick wrong, and the person is like, oh, see, you didn't even know the difference, this is actually the cheap one. Okay, I'm the person who gets it right. Not because I don't know, it's an eye thing. So as I'm looking at the Milani Metallics on my lips, even from the first day that I had them and swatched them, they seemed more expensive. They actually are, not by all that much, because the metallics I believe are like $6 something from ColourPop, $6, and then these are like $8.99. So it's not that far in price, but something about them that just looked a bit richer, the Milani ones. So and I think what it is, and if I do this right towards the end of this video, you'll see a side-by-side between the ColourPop one. Not that the shades are identical, but just in terms of the appearance of the product. So see how it looks metallic-y? Yeah, it's matte, but you don't necessarily see silver running through it. That to me cheapens the appearance of the metallic. We'll see if what we're talking about later, if I can ever do that whole side-by-side deal. But this is Raving Matte. I like the color. I'll have the drying time listed below. I believe the drying time is almost identical for all of them. If not, I'll list the drying time for each one individually, but they're probably, at least they feel to me like they are right around the same time mark. I am now not going to do the others on screen. I'll just come back and show you the other shades, and this is it on my hand. See how you don't see silver? I know it's still a little wet right there, but that was like an extra globule that I had on my hand, but look at that. I like it. Okay, off to the other colors now. Next up, Matterialistic. This is the first color that I was drawn to from the line, and you may notice that the packaging with the square top looks very similar to the other mattes from Milani, but the metallic matte has kind of this matted out top, so that's kind of a difference there. And these are different in terms of packaging from the limited edition version that came out that had more of a rounded tube. Okay, so when that dries, you're going to see the beauty of Matterialistic. Oh, such a pretty brown. And now I, of course, am going to apply it to the lips. It's not dry yet, but while Matterialistic is drying on my lips and on my hand, I just want to say that this is with one swipe. I did not dip it back in the tube, just this one time. Look how opaque. Oh, Matterialistic looks so beautiful to me. Let me just zoom in. A metallic brown indeed. I am impressed, Milani. And it has that same kind of scent that Milani lipsticks seem to have. That kind of vanilla-y, sweet-y, candy-ish scent. It has that same scent. So that lets me know that other liquid lipstick companies can do scented. Because they managed to do it. And it's metallic. Okay, but anyway, so I'm going to let this continue to dry, and then I will come back and show you what the dried version, even though it's drying on my hand right here. This section is already dry, that part is not. And while it's drying, actually, let me talk to you about this, because you probably want to know about the longevity and stuff like that. And what the applicator looks like, because you only saw it when I was applying it on my lips, but it's a flat doe foot applicator, and I like it very much. It's fine for me. Okay, and it has a pretty wide base, so you can cover a good section of your lips, or at least if your lip is in my lip range size. If you have smaller lips, then you can probably do both top and bottom with just one side of the applicator too. Anyhow, when it comes to longevity, I do feel that the ColourPop metallics are longer lasting. So with the metallics, these Milani metallics, I have eaten, like I remember the first day I had it on, I was eating grapes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you just like pop grapes in your mouth. They're not actually touching your lips. Obviously, if you're eating some oil-based food, it will come right on off, because that is what makes these types of lasting lipsticks actually come off of your face or your lips. So that still happens. But even when I was eating foods that were not greasy, I did notice that it would come off as well. Not immediately, like I could drink a bottle of water, no straws, taking the bottle straight to the head, and it would still be there. You may see a small trace on the rim, but as I was drinking like from a cup, I would drink like juices and other things, and it gradually wears. But that's okay. I love the appearance and quality of it so much that I don't care that I need to reapply depending on what I'm eating. If you're not eating or drinking, or you're drinking through a straw, or you're not eating anything oily or hardly eating anything at all, it will be on. So if that's the case, because I have had days where lunch came much longer in the day than it really should have, and looked at the lipstick, perfect. And the only thing I was doing was like drinking water from the bottle and stuff. So it was great. But yeah, I didn't do the kiss test either, and I can already tell it's dry. Look at this, it's dry. I should have stopped the timer, but that time when I looked over, it was almost at the same point at the other one was when I was checking the drying time. So yes, they all seem to be at the same drying period. But let me just do the kiss test. You can't even see it on camera, but it's one little thing right there. I mean, come on, look at. And see how that doesn't look cheap to me? It looks like a rich, beautiful brown. And this again is Matterialistic. It looks like just liquid brown, liquid metallic brown on my lips. Taking a pause for a second. If you saw me on Instagram yesterday, I had to get these because these are the Lay's Kettle Cooked Indian Tikka Masala. And I'm not trying to like slip in a foodie files for you, but kind of, sort of. And Evelyn from the Internets did a Smack Your Lips video where she reviewed all of the new flavors, the like special international flavors. And this is the, I just told you what it was, Indian Tikka Masala. And she was saying it tastes like, I forgot what her reference was, but for me, when I got this, and look at it right there, it tastes like, hang with me now for a second, the filling that you would get if you're eating doubles, like the chickpeas with the, minus the salt. It's not as salty, obviously, the real filling as these chips, but Good stuff. I'll be right back. The next one that I'm going to show you is this one, Pure Matteness, right? And let me just show you the difference between Pure Matteness and Matterialistic. Matterialistic. All of their names have matte in it, right? So they are different, just in case you are wondering from the site if they really are. So now I'm going to swatch. Oh, so nice. Okay, so this is pretty Pure Matteness. Pure Matteness next to Matterialistic. Okay, so as I said before, I was saying that Matterialistic is more like a bronze, but it's really more like a bronze, because when it's next to Pure Matteness, you can see, and this is wet on my lips, like it's still wet on my lips, that this is really a brown. So here we go, right? So this is more of a brown with a, I feel like there's a slight undertone of, no, I guess it's more brown. But anyway, so this is Pure Matteness, this is Matterialistic, and this is Raving Matte. But just so you don't look at the swatches on the website and think that these two are so similar, they're not. Two totally different colors. Look at this. I really like it, so I'll come back when it's like completely dry. Oh, look at that. Oh. So here it is, all dry, Pure Matteness. And here it is on the hand. And they're all drying around that same time. I'm looking at the stopper now. This one I ended at 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Completely dry. I kind of did it up there, but let me do it down here. Right? Completely dry. Boom. There you go. Nothing's coming off. And the other one was at like 224 and the other was like 220. So they're right all in that range, not quite hitting the 2 minute and 30 second mark. So it's not even halfway to 3 minutes. It really is on the lower portion, if you will, of the 2 minute mark. So 2 minute plus mark. So yeah, so this is Pure Matteness. And then we are going on to the last shade, which I can show you on my hand first, and then I'll come back and do it on the lips, which is called Pretty Problematic. These names. Oh, that was a juicy swatch. Okay, it's very, look at that. Oh. I'm going to compose myself, apply Pretty Problematic, and I will be right back. So this is Pretty Problematic, still wet on the lips. I'll come back and show you when it's dry. It's starting to dry on my hand. You cannot tell me that this kind of wine shade in the metallic version is not lovely. I love it. Actually, I love all of these colors. If I had to do like a do-over and not get one, and it's not because of the application, it's just because I'm not really so much on the purple thing. Like, how often am I going to wear this shade? Not often, at least not for my world, but it's still a nice shade. I like it. I'm not mad that I got it. I definitely will use it and get some, you know, real use out of it. But these three shades are going to be worked to the bone, which is Matterialistic, Pure Matteness. I just spit chip straight out of my mouth. Sorry if you had to witness that. And Pretty Problematic. And already I can feel it. I'm looking at the stopper right here. It's drying on the hand. I can feel like it's drying on my lips. I can tell you that, let me do kiss test to see. Okay, very, very, very little came off, and it's not at the same minute mark as the other two. Actually, you'll see down below this one, because I would count this as dry. Even if it had a few more minutes, it's still going to come in way under time. Then yeah, no, it's dry. So this one comes in at the 1 minute and, well, when I looked a couple seconds ago, and like 28 minute mark. So this one actually dries faster than the others. The other three were around the 2 minute and 20, if you average it out, it's like 2 minutes and 20 second mark. The highest being 2 minutes and 24 second. But anyway, they're all around that range. But this one is the fastest one at 128. There we go. Pretty Problematic. I mean, really. Look at this. And now, just for the sake of comparison, on my hand, I am going to show you one of the ColourPop ones. Which one was a Zebra? And it's not, again, not that I dislike it, but there's something that looks less expensive about this ColourPop one, even though they all are kind of, well, I'll tell you this when it comes to formula. This ColourPop one is kind of more whipped, a little thicker. The Milani ones are a bit looser, almost like more liquid-like when in terms of what you're pulling out of the tube to apply on your hand. So this is the, see how you can see this right now? So this is the shade Zebra, right? And see how it looks like it has like a silver, like it looks so metallic that I'm almost overtaken by the silverness of it. Whereas the others, look at this one, Matterialistic, or even Pure Matteness. You don't get like what looks like an overly silver streak to me, and that's what makes it look less expensive to me. I still like the shades, still like Zebra and all that. I'm just saying there is, the quality is different to me, and that's why I like these Milani Metallics more. And the price difference is not that great. Like these are like $6 from ColourPop, and the ones from Milani, which also have packaging that does not, you know, rub off as easily, which is only priced at $8.99. So it's not that big of a difference. But here are the shades. So look at that. So see, because it's not like this is supposed to be an iridescent color, or what do you call those other things? I can't think of it right now. Actually, Ofra is releasing a type of lip today that's like a dual chrome, right? So it's, but it's kind of giving you that effect because of that silverness going through it, whereas the others are just like base colors in metallic form, not silver added to a color to make it appear metallic. You know what I mean? I hope you do. But hopefully I expressed that thought accurately to really let you know what it is that I'm thinking. But I do like the ColourPop one, but look at this on the lips. Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy with these Milani Metallics. And now I'm going to take this off. If there are any questions that I have not answered, do let me know down below. I can tell you this is a comfortable wear for me. These do not feel any different than other mattes that I have. In fact, it may feel a little better. These are not drying, but I usually don't have a problem with it feeling like it's drying out my lips. So I may just have a high tolerance for liquid lipsticks on my lips, but for me, this is comfortable. I like it, both the ColourPop and the Milani one. Also, when it is wearing off, here's the deal too. The ColourPop one, remember how I showed when I did the ColourPop review of their metallics, the first batch? That I felt it wears off in such a way where it looks more sparkly and like a cheaper version. When this wears off, it wears off like just the color wearing down. I'm not left with like little sparkles or what look like sparkles, because the ColourPop one actually doesn't have sparkles in it. It just breaks down on the lip when it's wearing off and appears that way. You can see that from the other video. I showed you an example of it. But this one is just the color getting lighter and lighter, dimmer and dimmer, less metallic, but not ever looking sparkly. Even though the ColourPop one is not gritty on the lips, it feels really, really smooth and creamy the whole way through, even when it's leaving your lips, but still the appearance of it looks sparkly and somewhat cheap. Like I dipped my lips in glitter and some of it has come off and the other part has not. Whereas this just looks like color is going away, just color. It's wearing down, but it's wearing down without sparkles. That's the other thing I like about it. Why was I just that close to the camera? Don't know, sorry. But it's pretty problematic. Zebra. Anyway, I like them very much. I'm very happy with them. And if you have them, what's your take on them? Thank you so much for watching. Next, I'm going to do some Ofra swatches. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.